Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Bienvenue. Intro ruined, my lash was lifting. This is the look we're creating. Let's go. First, apply balm on your lips to moisturize while you glow up. e.l.f. brow lift and a spoolie. Pick up a bit of product. Now brush upwards, downwards, sidewards, somersault, right hand spray, full twisted little layout. Pick up more product. Gymnastics on the other brow. Okay, clean up the excess around your brow. Take some product, warming up in the back of my hand. Just making little strokes, filling in the end here. Gently underlining my brow. Now clean up the mess that you always make with concealer and pretend it never happened. Just like everything else, just let the trauma accumulate into humor. I'm using Clé de Peau Beige. For primer, I'm using MAC Time Check Lotion. You need this. It's a 2-in-1 skincare and primer in one bottle. She smooths, hydrates, blurs pores and fine lines. Time Check Lotion, foundation. Happily married. One thing I will warn you about though is that she's a 10, but she doesn't smell so good. But just give her a chance and you'll risk it all for her. I'm gonna do 2 pumps. Press it and massage it into your face. I honestly don't know how anyone, especially celebrities, look pretty applying cream on their face. Mine just moves like a bag of milk. Maybe one day when I get Botox and my entire face done into oblivion, then I'll look pretty applying lotion. MAC Studio Fix Tech, new formulation. I use the shade NC13 and oh my god, it's so good. I take this anytime I go on vacation. Studio Tech gives you sweat resistance, coverage, humidity resistance. But what gets me, damn, is that it's so lightweight and breathable. And the texture of it is just so smooth. This one is new, so you're seeing this strip live. Oh, that wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be, and I gave it a little nick. Smooth like butter. You just have to try it. It just has that je ne sais quoi. This is a godsend, and God is MAC blessed. I usually don't use the sponge, but I don't want to get it dirty. It's so white. And we're gently patting, never swiping. Okay, that sponge was great for touch-ups, but I couldn't stand it, so I'm going to use my dirty e.l.f. sponge. Next, I'm using Lawless Conceal the Deal. I love super hiding my underlies because it just not only brightens the eyes, but it gives so much more attention to your eyes, like your eyes are sharper. It's like a very snatch makeup technique. And straight after I'm done, I'm gonna set it quickly with the Make It Forever press powder. I love this powder, and also the translucent one. It's the only one that doesn't dry out my skin and make it patchy. Every time I apply this, people are like, oh, your skin got nicer. I'm like, no, it's just Make It Forever HD powder, but thank you. And also setting on the areas that I get oily. So my T-zone, side of my nose, I don't know, just anywhere, because I am an oily girl. KVD Shade and Light Contour Kit, period. This one's a new package. It's hard to open with these nails. I need an adult. Okay, she came a little dusty. I'm taking Anastasia A18 brush. Ooh, she's fresh and pigmented. Do you see how that just... For my nose, no other than MAC Omega. I just do the basic 2 lines down my nose, but I focus a little bit more on the tip here because I want my tip to be more defined. And then afterwards, just taking that Lawless Beauty right in the middle, in the tip. And for blush, the KVD Honeysuckle Speaketh. Bringing this up to my temple, above the arch of my brow. It just gives a little bit more color when your foundation kind of washes you out. Glow will glow until the day I die. Oh my god, how can you not? Now for the eyes, she went quite simple, thank goodness, because I do not want to screw up on my first day back at YouTube. Using this Fenty, this palette is my daily foolproof eye primer first. And then lightly brushing it over with foundation powder. So easier to blend, absorbs your oil, and creates a nice base. Apply this nude shade here. Then next, taking this shade here, really minimal. And then focusing this from the middle to the outer corner. It's just kind of like to contour your eyes a little bit. Give it a bit of definition. I also take this palette when I travel as well because it can go from really natural to a night look in an instant. In the photo, she used black liquid liner. She winged it out, and then she also added a bit of shadow under her eyes. But I'm gonna go for a softer liner. I like my eyes sultry and a little bit murderous. Okay, so with the darkest shade here, so I'm gonna look ahead and then stamp where I want that liner to go. The goal here is just to elongate the eyes. And then once that's done, you're just gonna shut your eyes and just connect to that bottom lash line. Once you have the base down, you're gonna go in and you're gonna darken it. So while you're applying, you're thinking sliced as a newly sharpened knife. Your intention is to send a message. But then you're just gonna blend it out for a bit of sultriness, so now you're a wild card. Now for the fun part, baggie of pearls. This is a mixture of sizes and it has a flat back, so it lays flat and adheres better to your skin. If you're bougie on a budget and you want the same quality at the quarter of the price and it's from China anyways and you're a patient queen, get it from AliExpress. Play a lot around with accessories and a lot of like random little items, and I don't want anyone to feel paralyzed thinking that they might ruin something that you want to play with but you spent a little bit too much on when you really didn't have to. You can just order like a chunk of whatever you want to play with and you can focus more on your craft than on the price of the item. You know, unless you have that sugar dada, then spend as much as you want to, girl. Next, I'm using Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. This is just a nude pencil I always use to mark placement. This is also easier to remove. If you make like a little mistake, you can just kind of wipe it off. Please make sure that your pencil is sharpened. If not, it's just gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna start above the eye. Start it on the side of the eye, so I'm just gonna mark here, and then pretty much right at the beginning of her brow, and then a little bit above her brow, and then back down on the other side at the end of the, how do you call this, pupil? You know what I mean. Side here. I'm gonna start right here, and I'm going to add little dots and round past this one here. So this one is longer than this. And then down here, you're gonna start right in the middle, the pupil. And this one I'm just going to actually just draw a line because the pearls are gonna cover this anyways. Ends kind of where that eyeliner ends. So curve that in. And then I'm gonna place where this line is going to go first. And it ends right next to the mouth here. But like, what is that, like a centimeter? I don't know. And then right below her lip here. And then where it curves in is in the middle of the nose. It's gonna curve inwards and then outwards, connecting to that middle part. I just put that dot around and then just finish there. And then a curve. And where the end of that liner is, I'm gonna follow it again, make a little curve ending at the bottom of my nostril. And then you're gonna repeat this on the other side. I'm gonna use Posade as the adhesive for the pearls. This is an excellent adhesive for holding onto a little bit more weight than eyelash glue does. But for this look, if you have eyelash glue, that can work as well because the pearls are very lightweight. If you do end up purchasing Posade, be very careful, especially during cold temperatures, because if this freezes, it cannot go back to its original form. Girl was not meant for cold temperatures. So once you're done with the markings, you wanna step back and look into the mirror, make sure it's all balanced and proportionate to your face. Do I have a soul left? Yes or no, we're gonna bedazzle anyways. So for gem application, I bought this tool. This one is a nail tech tool and I just bought it for this here. So this is made out of wax. And you can also just go to the dollar store and purchase crayons and it will just do the same thing. It'll pick up the gems much easier than if you were to use tweezers. I don't know what the science is behind the wax and gems picking up easier. And I don't care because I'm an artiste. We are artistes. And I don't know shit about fuck besides art. I just know that it's a lot easier than using tweezers because you can just pick it up so easily, pop it into the exact place that you want to, instead of picking up with these little tiny tweezers, trying to use the focus that you don't have, looking like a crackhead. So for this look, we are going to start from the top to the bottom, because if you start from the bottom and then you're working your way on the top and you're like trying to place and then your hand goes, you know what I mean. No vocab in here, okay? And finally, I can shut up while doing this. So wax to pearl to glue to face. So this wax tip is actually not, oh my god, I have to be a crackhead and use tweezers. Oh, that's so disappointing. I swear it works on gems, that wax. I guess it doesn't for shiny ass pearls. So we're gonna crack this out and tweezers. I apologize. And this takes a bit to dry, so you can move it around. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some cute ass pearls. So first 3, I'm gonna do like the same size. The very tip here, I'm gonna, oh my god. This is why I hate tweezers. Don't do this to me right now. I'm trying to look good. Patience. So what I love about this glue is that it doesn't dry as fast, it'll still stick on, so you can move it around for quite a while until you find the place that you want it to stay. Just make sure that you're paying attention to the size of the pearls. Again, we're just going to look in the mirror to make sure the placement is right. This one is a little bit too straight, so I'm just going to move it with these tweezers. Make sure it's a little bit more rounded here. Teensy weensy one doesn't want to stick on. If you stick on, I promise to love myself. Okay, I'm going to try a different technique because I'm not where I freaking want it to go. Why life be like that? So I'm going to take that nail tool again, putting this in the glue, and then just dotting it on. It's much easier. Okay, now it's time for the bottom. Just make an outline with the glue and then apply the pearls afterwards. And this bottom one here is a continuation from this one here. So make sure you line this up as best as you can. For these pearls, make sure that they are side by side and touching. I'm glad that I found this other way of applying the pearls because now you can actually see the shape. My patience is so thin right now, but I have to keep going because it's gonna look good. One pearl at a time, one step at a time. It gets kind of therapeutic after a while when you're mindful of where everything goes and how cute you look. Oh my god. Now for the other side. These aren't even matching anymore, but I don't care. Because with floss, we're still perfect. It's cute, but it's missing a little something. Put on some lashes and some lipstick. Like a star lash, absolute favorite. Like, look how much of a difference this makes. If this isn't serving sultry and murderous, I don't know what is. Max Prep and Prime Lip. This is a staple product of mine and deserves to be everyone's staple because it's so freaking good. Like, smoothing, it helps prevent bleeding, helps it last on longer, and your lipstick lip liner just goes on so much more smoother. I use Makeup Forever Artist Pencil in Anywhere Caffeine. Like soft matte lip cream. It's in the shade Abu Dhabi. Wow, that's amazing. I know this is cute. I know you're cute. So let's make a connection. Follow me on my socials. Smash that subscribe button.